Hello and welcome to race 5 of the MRNCS. The command has been given and now here is your starting lineup. Starting in first is Dale Earnhardt Jr. We got a repaved Atlanta and thus we've got a new speedway record. 207.991 miles per hour. With Trevor Bayne impressively qualifying in second. Some upsets in qualifying. Marcus Ambrose actually qualifying as high up as 11th. And Ricky Stenhouse Jr. also qualifying in the top half of the field. So we can continue to go down. Aric Almirola qualifying above 25th. He's not used to that. Brian Vickers getting snuffed all the way back to 32nd starting position, which is not a very good sign for him. And as well as David Ragan, who has been, well, not exactly on fire as of late, but has been doing very well in an underfunded car. Well, Trevor Bayne's doing better, but that's a different story. He qualified in last today with still a staggering 204.478 mile per hour lap time. Everybody in the field absolutely crushing Jeffrey Bodine's last record of 197.478. The green flag is out and we are underway here from Atlanta. They go side by side, pretty much following each other, going into 1 and coming out of 2. Still pretty much just 2 wide, maybe a little bit of 3 wide going on in the back of the field. No one really wanting to pull out too fast, too early. I imagine, here we go, we're already going 3 wide. That's going to be for the 4th position. Kurt Busch wants intentions for the lead, and now Gordon's going to jump down. He's going to make it 3 wide. I'll be shocked if they make it through this corner and not wreck. And there we go. Reed Sorensen in the wall. Lap 2 already. AI's getting greedy. And Sorensen got there. Let's see how this happened. Bowman and Vickers just get squeezed up to the high lane. They both come off of the wall really, really hard. And now we'll see on board Michael Annett, the luckiest unlucky driver in my series. And he's been involved in a plethora of incidents. There was the race back to the yellow. And coming back to the yellow, this happened. Not sure how that happened, but a 20-car incident happens when they were slowing down for the yellow, which took out a considerable amount of drivers. As we're trying to sort through here, Michael Annett being involved. Here is the onboard of the 21, and as you can see, it seems like just a bunch of rows in front of them just went up and hit the wall. The AI kept squeezing down on each other. We'll look back now. We'll get a flyby of the field as we are going to restart here at Atlanta shortly. Points leader Denny Hamlin is in the lead. Second, Marcus Ambrose. Third, Kevin Harvick, who was involved in that incident and is actually driving a very bruised car. And fourth, we have Austin Dillon, surprisingly. You don't see him up front that often. And then right behind him, his rookie rival, Kyle Larson. And now we're going to the green flag. Hopefully we stay green for a little bit longer than 2 laps. Lap 7 is our restart. Nice pace car. And it looks like Denny Hamlin jumps out to a huge advantage early. Everyone's already going 2 wide. I see some 3 wide action in the back of the pack there. And Kevin Harvick driving the wheels off of that 4 car as if nothing happened to it. Meanwhile, they're going to go 3 wide for the... Well, I thought they were going to go 3 wide for 4th, but I guess Kenseth thought better of it. They are going 3 wide for 6th, I believe. Clint Bowyer will get the better of that. And now Kasey Kahne. Where did Kahne come from? All of a sudden, he's jumping down to the inside of 3 wide to take second position. And Clint Bowyer is going to be moving into the top 5, making a very risky pass. Lap 9, and Clint Bowyer finds himself in the top 5 remarkably. Now here comes the 48 of Jimmie Johnson. He's coming up through the field now. And now Kahne dives to the bottom of Denny Hamlin. Kahne looking to win here at Atlanta, which he has done several times before. Very good and very fast at these 1.5 miles, and he will indeed lead lap 9. Coming on to lap 10 now, Clint Bowyer looking to find a hole around Kasey Kahne. He will certainly find it. Jimmie Johnson trying to get up into the lead as well. We all know how good he is here at Atlanta as well. Austin Dillon trying to fight back into the top 5 as they go 3 wide for the lead. It looks like Clint Bowyer's going to lead him to the line, but probably Jimmie Johnson's going to get the best out of all of this. And they go 3 wide for second as Denny Hamlin forces the issue as he really wants to defend his points lead here at Atlanta. Remember, MRNCS rules, no chase. So you got to do the best that you can in all 25 races. Austin Dillon leads his first career lap now. Now Marcus Ambrose is going to die. Kahne's not going to make it 4 wide, is he? All right, good. Good. Now Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Where did he come from? Michael Annett, who was tripped up in the incident. He's up here as well. Martin Truex Jr., who is second in points. He's up here in the lead pack. Everyone's stacked up 3 wide behind him as we go to some highlights now. Michael Annett would finally be involved in his weekly incident on lap 17. Also tripping up Ryan Truex and Jamie McMurray, who just plows him, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. also involved. We'll take a look at this from the perspective of Dale Earnhardt Jr. It looked like a relatively minor incident with the 7. Just the 7 and the 1 decided to choose the high lane. The 1 and the 88, rather, decided to choose the high lane. And that was not a good lane to choose, as you can see. Just ran out of room immediately. Now we can see this from Michael Annett's onboard camera here, and it looks like, okay, he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. Pow! Ugh, that makes me dizzy thinking about it. Anyways, more highlights now. Lap 27, Matt Kenseth will go 3 wide, and he would take the lead. Following that, 1 lap later, Austin Dillon will lead yet another lap in his career. Continuing, Devon Williams. He comes out of nowhere, starting from 25th, working his way all the way to the lead, passing Kasey Kahne. And Kevin Harvick in lap 33, despite having a damaged car, ends up taking the lead. Lap 37, Kahne continues to show that he has the strongest car all day long, and he'll take the lead. And then on lap 39, Austin Dillon once again taking the lead. Lap 40, Devon Williams takes the lead. And then lap 43, Jimmie Johnson takes the lead. Several lead changes in this race happen. And then lap 47, Kyle Larson finds himself in first place, which he intended to keep his car there. Unfortunately, it wouldn't last long, as 2 laps later, Kasey Kahne found a way around him. Kahne continues to be the dominating car all race long. As we continue on here, Austin Dillon would end up going 3 wide underneath Kasey Kahne in a couple of lapped cars and would take the lead on lap 57. And now lap 58, 1 lap later, green flag pit stops would start happening as the 92 decides to dive down into pit road. The leader is Austin Dillon, and it's Austin Dillon by a long shot. And now we can see more leaders heading in. The 78, the 15. Looks like Kevin Harvick. Casey Mears having an excellent run along with Justin Allgaier. Coming up to the lead, David Ragan finding himself up here, as well as Alex Bowman, surprisingly. But Currently, again, the leader's still Austin Dillon, and it looks like Dillon has intentions of coming to pit road this time along. And he will, along with Kasey Kahne and the others. Alex Bowman's going to come around, and now here is who will probably be your leader now, Devon Williams, until we see another clip of the three or whoever's going to come out into the lead. Joe Nemechek and David Gilliland behind them. Those are two cars that have not pit yet. Just out there to try to gain as many bonus points as possible. There's the ticker we've been looking for, as you get a good field summary from that. Anyways, here comes the 92 to the line, leading them back. We are now on lap 62, and we still don't see the full extent of it. There's Austin Dillon and David Ragan coming out of pit road, so I think it's pretty safe. It's a pretty safe conclusion that Kasey Kahne will pull out in front of everybody. And will probably be the leader. But wait, here comes the 92 charging on the outside. He will take whatever position away from Kahne. Lap 64, the battle between Kasey Kahne, Devon Williams, and Jimmie Johnson would just begin. On lap 66, they both get beat. Johnson takes the lead and would start to run away from them a little bit. It would take until lap 73 for Kasey Kahne to regain that lead. And then we look at probably the worst wreck all day long. Caution 3, Austin Dillon getting involved. And then this happens. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. And the 41 just goes on his roof. As it was a wild ride for Kurt Busch there, who was in the top 16 in points. He avoids the one incident. Allmendinger ends up hitting them. And then he avoids the slow lap traffic. And then he just gets involved in this, where he just gets sent up onto his roof. Actually got some hang time upside down. And comes to rest on his wheels. Here's the wreck and the view of A.J. Allmendinger as he just T-bones the hell out of Matt Kenseth. Marcus Ambrose also involved. And then here's David Ragan, who was running up front. He was doing well. Anyways, this would set us up for a green-white checkered finish. Note that's not built into the MRN-CS rules. However, this just happens to be a restart with 2 laps to go. Jimmie Johnson, Kasey Kahne are in the lead, followed by Kyle Larson, Martin Truex Jr., who will probably have the points lead at the end of this race, and then Devon Williams. In 6th, David Gilliland. 7th, Greg Biffle, surprisingly. 8th, Casey Mears coming out of nowhere. 9th, Joey Logano's first finally good finish all year long. And then in 10th, the ever-consistent Clint Bowyer. We go green flag here with just 2 laps to go. Who will win? Well, we already know that. As the 3 really drops back really quick here. And Jimmie Johnson, he slips up the track trying to fight lap traffic. And it looks like... And Michael McDowell just holds up the whole field, including Kasey Kahne. That might actually give the win away to Jimmie Johnson, as that will put him out to a huge advantage. He's out in front of Aric Almirola. Here's the final lap of the race. The lead is over a second now. He's going to go 3 wide underneath Allgaier and Keslowski. The 92 car finding his way into 3rd. David Gilliland. And now look at this. David Gilliland and Casey Mears are fighting for a top 5 finish. Kasey Kahne's looking underneath Casey Mears. I don't think it's going to work. Johnson wins. Mears beat him to the line. David Gilliland and Casey Mears both get top 5 finishes. Unbelievable. 13 cars finish on the lead lap. 22 cars in total finish the race. What a race this was. This has been the end of our broadcast. I hope you've enjoyed Atlanta.